Tuesday again. Welcome to Yoga with Ava on Tuesdays. As per usual, you will need a block, you will need a strap, or if you don't have either one, you can do with that as well. And I think what we're gonna work on today is openings through our hips and maybe get a little bit of a release into our lower backs. So take your time with all the moves. Maybe always find a position that feels nice and easy. And don't push yourself too hard. It's kind of even warm outside and inside as well. So just whatever feels good. Trying to match your movements to your breath is always a good thing to do when you do yoga. And just relax into it. This is your time to just stretch and be peaceful on the inside. So we're gonna start seated today. You can always use a block underneath your hips or pillows or anything that feels comfortable to sit on. And just get comfortable releasing into your shoulders. Maybe move them a little bit. Find a nice position that feels good. Try to sit nice and tall, so don't let yourself slouch here. You want to still keep a little bit of an attention in that spine here. So just trying to sit nice and tall, sitting on your sit bone grounding through your mats to the floor. You can close your eyes just so you can tune out all the world around you. And I want you to concentrate on your breath only. So your hands are wherever they feel comfortable. Then we're going to just slowly start paying more attention to your breath. Let go of all other thoughts. And then feel your inhale, what happens in your body. What happens as you exhale? Just follow your breath. See if you can maybe slow it down a little bit, depending how you breathe regularly. Most of us breathe really fast throughout the day. We're go, go, go. So I'm trying to slow down that. And pay attention to the belly specifically. Does it move as you inhale? Does it move as you exhale? Or do you feel that you're breathing more into your ribs? So you feel your shoulders lift and lower. See if you can take that away from your breath. So breathe only into the belly and possibly a little bit of the lower rib cage is moving with your inhales and exhales. You might find it may be difficult at the beginning, and this is a great way to train your breath. When you watch little babies, their bellies move so much. And this is a natural way we're designed to breathe. But unfortunately, we lose it as we have to move faster throughout our lives and do things and stressful things. So this is your grounding, easy, nice breath. So see if you can really work at moving the belly and the lower ribs. And setting up a nice, easy breath that you're trying to keep throughout the class. And if you find yourself pushing too far, especially in the poses where we are just holding on without movement, and you feel yourself really struggling with your breath, maybe you want to take it back a little bit. So maybe don't go as deep into it. Maybe use a knee on the floor. Let's take another 5 nice, slow breaths. On your next inhale, I want you to open your eyes and just take one more nice breath with being aware of your surroundings. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. Look up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, I want you to just lean forward. Even if you're sitting on your blocks, just reach forward. And then slowly walk your fingertips as far as you can reach. Release the neck, so look down, let the neck hang, the head is hanging down. And you continuing the breath. So pay attention to your breath only. Don't try to make a shopping list in your head or whatever else. It's a day off tomorrow, so you planning a party. Just let it all go. Just breathe. Let's take one more long breath. Feeling the stretch through the lower backs. On your next inhale, I want you to walk your hands. Keep them as far as you had them. Just walk them to the side. And I want to keep grounding through both sits bones. So don't lift one hip off the floor. Simply move sideways. And breathe. You might feel the stretch on your left side, maybe your lower left of your lower back is feeling nice stretch. Again, no pain, no extreme pull, simple, gentle stretch. And if you feel that there's releasing, maybe you can walk yourself a little bit more. Let's stay here for another 2 rounds of breath. And just work with your body, listen to it. Your breath is your guidance to how far you're taking it. So sometimes if you're breathing hard, or if it's too painful, your breath becomes faster. And you don't want to do that. Now on your next exhale, walk yourself back to the center. And then walk yourself to the left side. And gentle, easy moves. Keeping both sits bones grounded into the floor. This is a nice stretch through our lower backs and the side of our rib cage here, all the way into your arms. Your latissimus dorsi muscle, the big muscle on your back. Your obliques, your lower back. Relax the head. Last 2 breaths. And again, you can always walk further on exhales if you feel like your body could use a little bit more. Or it allows you to go a little bit further. And then slowly coming back to the center. Reach a little bit further. Again, don't let the sits bone move. Just keep them grounded. Fingertips forward. And then exhale, lift yourself. Walk yourself back. Good. You're going to inhale, both arms come up. And exhale, this time you're going to twist. So gentle twist. Push yourself. You can use the opposite hand on the opposite knee and just gently pull. Inhale, back center. Exhale, go the other way. Keeping your spine nice and tall. Keep moving side to side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Follow your shoulder with your head. Sometimes if you keep your head forward and try to pull, it's not going to be as deep of a twist. If you look for behind, last time you're going to stay on the right side. And if you're feeling yourself leaning back, sit up front. Ground your sits bones. Nice. Someone's pulling your crown of your head up towards the ceiling. And then gently twist. I want you to think of squeezing the shoulder blades together. So your right shoulder blade is pushing towards the left. Squeeze, nice toe spine, look back. Last breath. And then slowly come back center. Inhale here, nice toe spine. Exhale, twist the other way. You're going to sit nice and tall, ground both sits bones into the floor. Look, follow your shoulder with your gaze. Last breath. And exhale, center. We're going to move our shoulders here a little bit. I want you to still keep nice and tall spine, so don't slouch. See if you can keep it nice and tall. Pull in the belly a little bit. Get a little bit of a support from the front of your belly. And we're going to start moving just shoulders. So releasing the hands that can be next to your side or on your knees. And we're going to bring the right one in towards your ear. And then release. And then the left one. Just kind of slow motion. And sometimes it's nice to just feel that gentle stretch here. And then both will come up towards your ears. And this time when you let them come down, I don't want you to just let them release. Just push them down and away, squeezing the shoulder blades together and push them down away from your ears. Inhale, lift. Squeeze as high as you can towards your ears. And exhale. One more time, lift. Now we're going to hold it. I want you to squeeze those shoulders to your ears as hard as you can. Pull in that belly. Push it out. We're going to hold it here. It's going to become uncomfortable. But these muscles are very tight in most of us. And if you just let them get really, really tired by pulling those shoulders to your ears, they will just relax. So it's better than a massage, and just to let them work really, really hard. Come on, pull them a little bit higher, a little bit longer, maybe 5 more breaths. Pull them high, 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 high. Squeeze. Almost there. And then release. How does that feel? Maybe a little bit looser. And now we're going to do the opposite. So now we're trying to push the shoulders down the way. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. But don't pop your chest forward. Keep those ribs pulled in. That's why you're keeping the belly tight. And push those shoulders down the way. Now we're stretching it. But we're also strengthening the bottom part of that muscle, which is between your shoulder blades and a little bit lower. So by pulling your shoulder blades down and away and close together, you're strengthening those other muscles that are usually weak on us because of our postures. Sitting in front of a computer, reading, whatever we do, driving, and release. You can move your shoulders around. Maybe give yourself a hug because you did so good. Open and then hug again. Kind of nice just to move. And then hands will come onto your knees. You're still pulling in the belly, so keeping that spine supported from the front. And now we're going to pull in the belly as hard as you can and around. So we're going to do like a cat-cow seated. So round in the back on the exhale, look down towards your belly button. You can even lean back like you're trying. If someone's pushing you and you're just holding on to your knees. And as you inhale, shift your weight forward. Look up, push the chest forward. Look up as far as you can. And go gentle first, and then maybe we're going to do 4 more rounds of this. So by the 5th round, see how far you can go. Push the chest forward, but don't try to pop the ribs. See if you can still pull the belly in a little. Again, no strain. That's an exhale. This is an inhale. So this is the slower part, the warm-up part of our class, and there's always going to be a little bit more movement later on. But I want you to keep breathing. Keeping the breath that you set up at the beginning of the class. And last time, this feels nice. So make this the biggest, deepest one you can do. Really push. And then pull yourself forward. Beautiful. Come into that seated. Now we're gonna push yourself forward into a tabletop. If you need to move your hips, whatever you feel it's necessary to kind of get into that tabletop that you're comfortable in. We're going to start warming up into our hips. So we'll be doing hip circles here. So I want you to have your knees and your hips align, your wrists and your shoulders as well. Pulling that belly, the belly's on, so it doesn't have to be extreme pull, but pull it in so you're stabilizing through your core here. We're going to start with the left leg. So we're going to lift it up. And as you exhale, bring it in. Don't round. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, one more time. Again, I want that movement to match your breath. So if you're taking a 4 beats, inhale, then 4, the knee should come in for 4 beats and out for 4. All right, now we're going to keep the leg up. Actually, no, let's bring it back in. Don't go underneath you this time, though. This time we're going to open the leg to the side. And then we're going to bring it back. And then crossing the other leg and come back in. So big circles. Okay, I want you to do the 5 in each direction. And make a half a circle inhale and half a circle exhale. So go slow and notice if there's anything that feels tight or your body doesn't respond well to it. It's always a good sign to kind of look for and see where you need to work on. Maybe stretching. Once you do that 5 one direction, you reverse. Again, try to move mostly from the hip joint, the left hip joint. So sometimes even like closing your eyes and picturing that end of the big bone, your femur, in that socket kind of gliding. Again, there should be zero pain. If there is clicking or pain, maybe make it smaller. Or have it good. And let's sit back. Maybe a little bit of a wrist release. And then come back up. We're going to do the other side. So again, alignment is the key. Pulling that belly gently. And we're going to inhale, bring the knee in underneath you. And exhale, push it out. And this is not too much of a core, but if you're keeping that belly button tight in, the core has to be on to stabilize. So you're using the isometric contraction, which is a really good one because it doesn't make you bulky, it makes you functionally strong. Last one, inhale in, and exhale out, push. Now bring that knee down, and we're gonna start sideways. So you lift the leg up, knee up, and then finish the circle. Crossing as much as you can, go slow. Inhale, half a circle, exhale, half a circle. It's so warm today, I'm sweating just doing circles. Nice. Last one, so you do 5, sorry. So count your own and then reverse. We're joining, you have many muscle groups that influence your hip joints. So it's not just about opening, doing a pigeon and all those hip flexors opening. You need to use your glutes. You need to stretch your lower back muscles. Many groups of muscles that influence that hip movement or joint movement. All right, once you finish all that, sit back one more time. And I want us to spread our fingertips really wide here. Sorry, fingers, not fingertips. Fingers. Make sure that your fingers are going straight forward. Nice strong arms. Perfect. You're going to place the elbows to the floor, curl the toes under. And then slowly lift the knees off the floor. I want you to push your fingers forward, slide or traction them forward without really moving them. And you feel like your hips want to go back. Maybe walk your feet a little bit further back. Whatever feels good. Lift it. And then slowly straighten those legs. We are in a dolphin pose, or puppy, I call it puppy. People call it dolphin. Try to push the heels down. Paddle the feet one at a time. And then push both down. I want you to keep tractioning your fingers forward or the whole forearms forward. And from here, if you would like, you can either place the knee and then straighten the arms and go into a downward dog, or you can challenge yourself and you're just going to lift yourself up into that downward dog. Hands are sliding today. So again, you want to be comfortable enough, but I'm not sure if a downward dog is a very comfortable position. All right, now let's walk our feet towards our hips forward. Perfect. We're gonna hang in here. Allow your head to just hang down towards the floor. You can bend into your knees, or you can have them straight but slightly bending your knees. And we're gonna add side to side movement. So inhale and exhale, side to side. Side to side. And again, you want to feel what's happening. Are you moving with your feet? Are you moving side to side, or just stay planted? You can play around, see what happens if you really plunge through your big toes and your pinky and your heels, and then try to twist. You feel the stretch a little bit more. Let's stay on the right side. Okay, you can hold onto your leg and pull yourself down towards that right leg. Feel that stretch. You can feel the stretch. The further you try to reach with the left hand, the more stretch you're going to feel in that lower back. Go as far as you reach the hand further if you like. And then coming back center. And then go to the other side again, using your right hand, pull yourself down towards that leg. Or you can walk the hand further out. Maybe with a block. All those different options. And then come back center. Bend into your knees. And you're gonna come up into a chair. A little bit of a workout for our quads here. Nice straight back. Reach forward. And keep reaching. Pull the belly down towards your thighs. And then slowly straighten your knees. This is a halfway up. We sometimes use your hands down, but we can also reach forward. Hips are reaching back, fingertips forward, shoulders down and away from your ears. Feeling that stretch. Exhale, lower down. Now let's go again. Inhale, bend into your knees and lift. Exhale into that chair. Inhale, bring your belly to your thighs. Straighten those legs. Hold. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs, hips back, shoulders forward. Exhale, lower down. And this time, let's go all the way up. So inhale, straight back, all the way up. Ooh, just standing. So let's stay here for a moment. Let me move it up so you can see me. We're gonna inhale, both arms come up. And as we exhale, we're gonna fold forward. So again, straight back. Try to have it as straight as you can. Inhale, slide the fingertips towards those knees, or you can have those hands up. Exhale, lower down. This time, hands on the floor. We're gonna step back with your left foot. Right foot stays up. Come down. Feeling that hip stretch here. Breathe. So now we're opening through the inside of our inner thighs here. Now we're gonna lower the knee down. Curl the toes, lean our weight forward. So I don't want you to be here. I need you to lean forward and come on. Now you feel the stretch for the front leg. Perfect, breathe. And this is the time when you start noticing your breath. Are you still breathing easy, or does it become difficult? If it's too difficult, you can always lift a little bit back, or you can place your hands down. I always like to add twist to it, so lowering our hands down, placing the left hand on the floor right next to your right, and we're gonna twist into it. So you're still leaning forward, this time lift. Last breath. Now a little bit of challenging move, so we're gonna curl the toes under and lift the knee up. If you don't want to do that, you can just place the hand down and come on up. But from here, you're going to unravel and then come up into that low lunge. Again, knee can be down if needed. Hands come to the floor. You're going to step the right foot back into that plank. From here, we're going to inhale, shift our weight forward and place the knees down. Elbows tucked in, lower down to the floor. Inhale up into a cobra upward dog. It's a first back bend, so be gentle. And exhale into a downward dog. This time we're gonna bring the left foot forward. Perfect. And here we're gonna be. We're gonna inhale, lift up. A little bit more, or if you wanna stay with your hands down, a little bit less intense. You can always use blocks as well. So you rest your hands on the blocks. Last breath. And lower the hands down. Knee comes down, uncurl the toes. Lean your body weight forward. Come on. And even though you're leaning your body forward, your knee should not go over your ankle. So you need to shimmy your foot forward, so you align your ankle with your knee. Do that, please. And stay here. If you want more intensity, you can always add those back bends. You get a little bit more stretch through your core here. It's a great stretch for your hip flexor, the psoas, and iliacus or iliopsoas. Hands come down to the floor. Right hand next to your foot, and we twist in. Again, every time you twist, you're trying to bring the shoulder blades together. Make sure your shoulders are not by your ears. You're still leaning forward. So your body weight is forward. Last breath. Now we're going to challenge ourselves, or you don't have to. If you just want to come up any other way into that low lunge or knee down, you're going to lift, left leg, exhale, and inhale up. Exhale, both come down. You're going to step the back foot forward. Hang in here. Inhale, bend into those legs, into that chair. Now inhale, belly on. Thigh, exhale, straighten the back. And then inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Let's go one more time. And now this time we're gonna move through it without any pauses. So you will match the movement to your breath. You're gonna inhale. And exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to your knees, straight back. Exhale, hands on the floor, step the left foot back. We're gonna inhale up. Exhale down. And curl the toes. Hand on the floor, inhale, twist open. Exhale, toes under. Inhale. And exhale. That's an inhale. Exhale, both hands down. You're gonna step the foot back. Inhale, shift right forward, elbows locked in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. Cobra, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Lifting the left leg and bringing it forward. Inhale up. Exhale down. Knee to the floor. Inhale, lift back up or just gently lean forward. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, twist. Exhale, hands down. Oh, sorry. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down. And step forward on an inhale. Exhale, you can pull yourself towards your legs. Inhale, bend those knees. Exhale into the chair. Inhale, belly on your thigh. Still reaching forward. Exhale, straighten those legs. And inhale all the way up. And exhale down. Perfect. Let's make our way down. Let's do some balancing pose today. So we'll make it simple today. We'll stay with the tree pose. So I want you to ground through your feet. You can go up and down a few times just to work it out. Maybe a bit of ankle movement. Once you're settled, I want you to close your eyes and see if you can align yourself here, standing. So you're going to push down through your big toes. You're going to push down through our pinky toes at the same time. But don't grab your mat. Just simply push down, like lean almost forward. But now we're going to add the heel to it. So now we're going to push the heel down to the floor as well. So now we've evenly distributed. Our weight is evenly distributed in the front and the back of our feet. We're going to start with the left leg in the air. So grounding through your right foot. I want you to just bring your left foot on toes. Squeeze your right glute. Engage the whole front leg. And then slowly see if you can start opening the left hip to the side. If you want to keep your toes on the floor, that's perfect. And if not, then the foot can be underneath the knee while you're pulling in the belly button. Or you can see if you can bring it up here into your inner thigh area. And you want to actively push that foot into that area. So squeeze your glute, Engage the front of your leg. Try to balance evenly in the foot. Pull in belly. Ribs are in. Shoulders down and away. Nice tall body. Keep opening through the knee to the side. So squeeze your glutes. We're working the glutes here. Hands come to a prayer if you like. More challenge. Hands up towards the ceiling. And if you need more challenge, look up. You always want to find a one spot in front of you that you will look at. Concentrate on pulling the belly. Squeeze your glutes. If your hands are up, release the shoulders. Nice long breath. Last one. And relax. Exhale. Hands come back to your heart. And you slowly release the foot down. Let's ground through the left foot now. So big toe, your pinky and your heel are pushing to the floor the same way. Little right toes are on the floor. You're squeezing the left butt cheek. Use that front of the leg. Really tighten up that left side. Pull in the belly. Now we're going to start opening the right hip to the side. Again, staying with the toes down. Knee and the foot underneath the knee. Or you can place it up. And if you're up here, I want you to actively push the foot into that leg. Open the knee up as much as you can. Squeeze both glutes. Pull in the belly. Ribs are in. Crown of your head towards the ceiling. We hold. Hands can come up if you want. Breathe. Balance. Last breath. And as you exhale, hands come down to your heart, releasing the foot. And if you need to move side to side, do that. All right. You're going to come back to the front of our mats. We're going to go back down to the floor, and we're going to go into that pigeon pose. So we're going to inhale, arms come up. And as you exhale, fold forward. Inhale, fingertips to your knees, straight back. Exhale, lower down. Step your right foot back. Inhale into that little high lunge. Exhale, hand down, knee down. Inhale into that twist. Exhale, hand down, lift the knee up. And then as you exhale, front foot goes back. Inhale, shift your weight forward, knees down, elbows in chaturanga down to the floor. Inhale into that cobra, upward dog. Exhale into the downward dog. Now this time, you're gonna lift the right leg back up. And then exhale, bring the foot forward. Then bring the knee down. And we're gonna try to make that foot come underneath us. So you're gonna bend into the leg, bring it across. And then you're gonna sit back and slide the. This is a good time to use your blocks or your pillows. I'm gonna show you this way. So once you get settled in, you can use the block and place it underneath your hip. If you have a little bit more support. And once you're ready, you can either stay up here or you can come onto your forearms. Or you can use the blocks. And what we're trying to do in a pigeon pose is to try to have the front of the foot, not the heel shouldn't be underneath your groin. You're trying to have it to the side of your mat. And the more side it is, the more stretch you get. So again, don't go through pain. I want you to be comfortable enough that you can stay here for another rounds of 7. 7 sounds like a good number of breaths. So really breathe. Feeling the stretch in that side of your hip. You can be supported. Just trying to really relax. Count your breath. No grocery shopping lists in your head. or the next email you have to write, just breathe. If it becomes painful, please come out of it at any point. If anyone wants a little bit more intensity, we'll stay here for another 3 breaths. But if you want more intensity, you can lift up and then you can grab. So king pigeon, getting that. I'm trying to. So it's up to you. Gonna come back down. Last 2, one breath, one more breath or 2. If it feels really yummy, you can stay here longer. Trying to keep those hips, so you're not leaning to the side, you're trying to keep those hips centered. And then slowly come back up. Release the leg if you're a king pigeon. And then I like to lift and kind of push my. Coming back into a tabletop. And then maybe wiggle your hips a little bit. Here. And then when ready, we're going to step into that plank. So we're back in plank here. We're going to inhale, shift the weight forward, elbows and lower down. Up into a cobra upward dog. And then back into a downward dog. This time the left leg lifts. And we're going to step the foot forward. First we have to do our nice vinyasa. We're going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands down, knee down, anchor the toes. Inhale, you can lift up again. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, hand to the floor. Inhale, twist into it. Exhale, back down. Anchor the toes, lift. Inhale here. Exhale, hand down. Step the foot back. Downward dog. If downward dog is not for you, you can be in child's pose at any point. You're going to lift the left leg one more time up. You're going to step it forward. Knee down. You're trying to put the knee to the floor. And again, you're trying to have your foot not underneath your groin, but more to the side, towards the side of your mat. And if you can, the shin is parallel to the front. You can always use that block or pillow. Step it underneath your hip, depending how tight it is. It's just a little bit of support, and then come down. Forearms, so you can go all the way down. We're gonna stay here for our 7 more breaths. But if you want to do the king pigeon, when you lift up and hold onto your leg, feel free to divide 4 breaths and 4 breaths. Otherwise, just relax. Have one really, really slow breath. Allow your hips to be really heavy. But don't let the left side come down to the floor. Keep that nice. Pretend like you have, again, drink on your lower back here. And if you just turn to the side, it's going to spill. So let's not spill our wines, beers, teas, coffees, whatever it may be. If you are doing the king pigeon pose, feel free to come onto it. So lift yourself up and grab your foot, the back foot. Nice long breath, feeling the side of your hip stretching. And last breath. And be intense, you can always ease out of it gently and walk yourself up. Bring yourself off out of the pigeon, whichever way feels good. And into our tabletop. We're going to move our hips side to side here. And sit back in a child's pose. Okay, let's come back up. And let's get onto our side. So we're going to stretch more throughout the back of our legs and the lower backs. And then we're going to also do a little bit of glute work because our glutes need more strength in order to keep our lower back safe. Okay, so we're going to stretch the right leg on the side. So not right in front of you, but to the side. And we are going to have the left foot in. If you are very flexible and you prefer sitting completely open, feel free to do that as well. But it's really, we're concentrating right now on that right leg. I want those right toes to face, to point up towards the ceiling. Your knee is not locked, but gently bent. And this is the time that you could use the strap if you wanted to. And you will hook that strap around your foot. Okay, we're gonna first keep our bellies forward, so they're facing the front, while your leg is slightly to the side. You're gonna inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, the right hand's gonna come either right onto your your right leg in front of it or behind. That's where the blocks can come handy too, wherever you want it. And we're gonna reach with that hand over. Let's all reach for a moment. I want you to push the chest open, so don't lean this way. See if you can open up, so your chest is up towards the ceiling. Let's be here for 2 breaths with the hands up. Just feeling that heaviness taking you over to that side. And if it becomes too much, bring it behind your back and push the chest open. So choose and breathe. We'll stay here for another 4 rounds of breath. Inhale and exhale. Feeling the side of your body stretching into your lower backs and side joints there. Feel that breath as allowing you to get deeper into that pose. It's kind of neat to see how your body relaxes by just holding a stretch, but it shouldn't be painful. Next, inhale, come back up. Perfect. So we're gonna stay in this position, but instead of facing forward, we're gonna face our leg. So we just simply twist our body towards the leg and see if you can inch down slowly, keeping the back straight. Again, you can use the strap. I don't like to use straps for this because you feel like you need to pull yourself down, but if it's something that you enjoy, feel free to do that. Otherwise, just have the back as straight as you can until you no longer can, and then you can let yourself down. I like to use my left hand, reach across the leg, so it pulls me down and towards it. So I'm using my left hand to pull myself down towards my leg. The right hand can grab your toes and just help you pull down. But again, it's a gentle pull. It shouldn't be a heavy duty pull. And just let your body relax. We need to be kind to our body. Kind and gentle. You should feel the stretch again. I feel it intense in my lower back. And then my erector muscles are stretching. Last breath. Pull yourself down. And as you exhale, lift yourself. Perfect. Bring those knees in. Maybe just a little bit of side movement, side to side. And then let's switch to the other side. Perfect. So again, if you're sitting with your both feet up, that's perfect. That's fine too. Now we're going for the left leg. So get yourself set up if you need the strap or your block in front or behind. Nice tall body here, big grounding through both sits bones. Inhale, both arms come up. And as you exhale, place the left hand on your left leg or block and reach. Again, we are not leaning forward, we are opening through our chest. So open through your chest, reach, breathe. And feel your body getting into that stretch by allowing you to maybe just kind of go deeper in. Even if it's just a little bit at a time, it's kind of a nice, you need to take that time and stay in a pose to feel that. So let's take another 4 rounds of breath. If your hand is too much, shoulders are screaming at you, push the hand behind your back. And again, open through the chest. It's not rounding forward. You're trying to stretch that side. Nice. And inhale back center. Remember the stamp sit bones are still unreachable, twisting towards our left. Inhale, arms up. Straight back. Exhale, lean forward. If you need your strap, grab it and pull yourself down. Or you can reach the right hand across the left leg and just pull yourself down. And breathe. Nice, long breath. With every exhale, see your body let it go a little bit and you can pull yourself closer. Let's go one more breath. Pull yourself down as far as you can, gently. And as you exhale, walk yourself. Perfect. You're going to bring the feet together. Oh, actually, let's do this a little bit if you need it. And always take a moment to just move through your lower backs. And again, if you need, for any of these, I should have said that, any of these sitting poses, you can sit on your pillow or you can sit on your blocks. Anytime you're on the floor, you know you need to have your hips higher than your feet legs, then just sit on anything that you can find. Okay, last one is a cobbler's pose. I like this pose. It stretches through your inner thighs and also your lower backs here. So feet, soles of the feet together. The heels are not close. It's not a butterfly, but the feet are not close to your groin. They're further away. Now sit nice and tall, and as you exhale, just kind of straight forward. So again, the body is nice and straight forward as you grab onto your toes and you pull yourself down. You're trying to get your forehead towards your toes, but again, it should be nice and gentle. Breathe. Just let yourself notice how closer, like slowly, how your head is slowly inching towards your feet. Just nice, just watch your body. Just watch your body stretch without any judgment or any you're making yourself feel bad or not being low enough or whatever it is. Just let it all go. The body is awesome. It just knows what to do and just let it happen. I find it fascinating, so that's me. Last two breaths. And then slowly walk yourself back up. Let's turn onto our backs. So you can have your block right where you like. But we're gonna get into our glutes. A little bit closer to you so you can see better. All right. Quick last exercise. So this one is exercise. This one is more for strengthening our glutes because if you sit a lot on them, they probably get a little weaker as you sit. So I want us to go into a bridge pose, but not really high one. So ground through your feet, squeeze your glutes. So squeeze your butt cheeks here, like there's a very tiny or a penny between your butt cheeks, and you cannot let it go. Okay, I want you to push your hips up, but don't use your lower backs. So don't arch into your lower back. See if you can keep your belly tight and your lower back straight. So no arching. Squeeze the glutes and then lower back down. And squeeze it up again. Don't let the butt cheeks go. That penny has to stay there. Lift up. Oh, we don't even have pennies anymore. It's a quarter. Lift. And exhale down. And lift back up. And exhale down. Last one, inhale up. And exhale down. Perfect. Release. Okay, so we're going to bring our knees towards our chest. Maybe rock side to side. And then allow your feet to come to the floor. Make them as wide as your hips. And let them fall to one side. Where we had seated, but now we're on the floor. And then the other. One more time on each side, inhale. Exhale. Let them be on your right side. You can hook that knee. Again, a little bit more stretch into the lower backs and your hips. And releasing that, go to the other side. Hook that knee over your ankle, the ankle over your knee. But you don't have to, it's not comfortable. And then releasing that side as well, bringing back center, knees over to your chest. Let's bring the legs and the hands up into a dead dog. You can move, circle. Let them just hang in there for a moment. 2 more breaths. And slowly releasing it to the floor. Get yourself ready for your Shavasana, whichever way you like it to be. And then try to relax completely. And I think we're running out of time. So yes, we are a little bit over time. So if you need to go back to work, just take a breath or two on your backs and just get it all in and out. And then get yourself slowly up into seated. But if you can stay in your Shavasana, just stay in there, breathe. Take a time to just, slow down everything and enjoy that heat we've created. Maybe your hips, your lower back feels different and it's to be started. And I just wanted to let you know while you're relaxing or getting ready to leave, that next week there's going to be a Pilates class instead of yoga class. So on Tuesday, when you click onto your link, that's going to be a Pilates class. So hopefully you enjoy that as well. Don't get scared, it's not so difficult. It's almost like yoga. It's a little bit more core than the yoga. It can be that as well. So just give it a try. Keep your mind open to different things and let me know or Lisa know how you like that. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a great rest of the week. It's supposed to be lovely. Enjoy your Canada day off, and see you, I guess, in 2 weeks, because next week has been going to be just a different thing. So thank you so much for joining me from my heart here. Namaste.